Hey everyone, Oliver here again. Today I'm going to show you how to align objects in plasticity using a very simple technique. So take, for instance, these two suspension members here. You can clearly see that the top member is misaligned. And in order to bring this top member to align with this axis, what I have to do is select the top member and press G on my keyboard. And you can see that the pivot is not in the right spot. So in order to bring it to the right spot, I have to press V and move my pivot to the center face right here. So now I'm going to press G to move it. And while I'm moving, I'm going to hold Control down to snap it to the end of this line or this axis. So the next step is to figure out where the axis of the top member is. And in order to do that, you have to draw a line through the center face of this member. So I'm going to find this point and bring the line all the way here. And you can see it's normal to the Z of that object. And I'm just going to snap it to there and then enter. So you can see this axis aligns with the top member, and then this bottom axis aligns with the lower suspension arm. So in order to rotate this properly, what I have to do is figure out the axis that is orthogonal to these two lines, which means that I'm going to trim this off a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's very similar to the concept of cross product. For those of you who are mathematics whizzes. Anyway, so the cross product generates another vector which is orthogonal to these two vectors. So that is what I'm trying to look for, because this is in 3 dimensions. It's in 3D space. And in order to have the upper arm rotated correctly, I need to find the axis through which I need to rotate the top member. So in order to do that, you have to select these two axes right here and then press J to join them. And you're going to press E on your keyboard to extrude, and then D for distance, and move it a little bit to the right. The reason I'm doing this is to find that axis, and that axis lies on the apex of the shape right here, of the surface right here. So you can see exactly that that axis is 90 degrees to the plane that is created by these two lines or these two axes. So that is what I'm going to use for that final rotation. And so in order to quickly rotate it, what I have to do is select these two members again, press R on your keyboard to rotate, and this time we're going to select F for freestyle rotation. And so the way this tool works is you have to define the axis you want to rotate on. So what I have to do is select the center face right here, and then all the way to the end of the surface I just drew. And this creates the axis on which I'm going to do the final rotation. And I'm going to move it from this axis. So select the endpoint of that axis and then rotate all the way to the final axis, which is that. And here you go. So you can see that this member is correctly aligned, and that's how you simply align objects within plasticity. See you in the next one.